Our first presenter is from AustinPx Pharmaceutics and Manufacturing. He is Dave Miller, Chief Scientific Officer. Welcome, Dave.
Thank you all for joining today. Once again, I'm Dave Miller. I'm the CSO at Austin Pharmaceutics, and really excited to be with you all today to share about our company, the history, the capabilities, and the culture. So who is Austin Pharmaceutics? Well, we're a CDMO located in the Austin, Texas area. We were founded in 2008. We have over 15 years of small molecule drug product development and GMP manufacturing experience as a company. As you can see from the slide, we're well-staffed, well-equipped, and well-qualified to take on the many and various challenges that we face in early drug development. As a company, we've supported over 70 molecules to date, and that number is rapidly increasing. So we have a depth of expertise in formulations and analytical development, as well as drug product manufacturing, testing, and release. But however, as a former sponsor drug development company ourselves, at peak, we were managing 6 clinical assets of our own. We have a breadth of knowledge that spans the spectrum of drug development, from preclinical to clinical development to all facets of regulatory support. As you can see on the slide, as a company, we've filed 16 INDs. We've developed 3 late-stage clinical assets that we've since partnered so that we can focus solely on our clients. So at AustinPx, we've really focused on creating a culture of client centricity that's stemming from our own disappointing experiences working with CDMOs as a sponsor. And in the wake of extensive mergers and acquisitions in the CDMO world, we really began to recognize an imminent need for a nimble, high science, high touch CRO with specific expertise in oral dose development. Thus, AustinPx was established to fulfill that need and to provide a much better client experience. So here, our team is an extension of our client's team. We treat their assets like our own because that's our pedigree, that's our history. Each compound for us is an opportunity to impact the lives of patients, and ultimately that's our mission as a company. So we pride ourselves in being flexible and responsive. We've built our culture and our systems to be fast and adaptive with a constant eye towards quality. And this enables us to deal with shifting timelines and changing program requirements seamlessly. We're solutions driven. Our teams are focused on solving problems via a data-driven approach. We hire smart people with excellent communication skills, and we arm them with the tools they need to make informed decisions themselves and inform their clients to make the best decisions. And key to that is transparent communication. And that facilitates our clients the opportunity to determine the best path forward for their molecule. We're also consultative and unbiased. We fully engage with our clients on the front end to understand their challenges and their specific goals. And then we design a project plan that's really tailored to meet those needs. Once again, we let data drive all of our recommendations, and we never look to tie our clients to any sort of platform technology. So our capabilities in terms of development and manufacturing really span the entire range of the drug development process, from discovery support with molecular characterization, developability assessments, and preclinical formulations and tox supplies, all the way to commercial manufacturing of kinetosol drug product intermediate and QC and ICH stability services. And we've got everything in between as well, from analytical methods development and validation to formulation technology screening, whether that be conventional suspensions, tablets and capsules, or if your molecule requires enablement, we have a full suite of bioavailability enhancing technologies. And underpinning all of this is engineering expertise that's driving process development, validation, and GMP manufacturing. So at AustinPx, we know that a successful and efficient formulation development program has to be built on a solid foundation of molecular characterization. So we aim to build a complete pre-formulation and excipient compatibility package. And as you can see from the side, we're fully equipped for exhaustive characterization of the molecule. And we've got particular expertise in elucidating the properties that most impact bioavailability. So we use these data to inform our clients with respect to the most efficient formulation technology screening approach. And when it comes to formulation technology screening, we've got a complete toolkit, as well as a tool no other company has in our Kinetisol technology. So armed with pre-formulation, DMPK data, target product profile, the parameters that are governing the development program, we proceed in concert with our clients into agnostic formulation technology screening that's specifically tailored for each compound and aimed at developing the most efficient formulation that robustly satisfies all needs. So if the compound needs enablement, we have a world-class bioavailability enhancement team that's equipped with all the tools to screen on a material sparing basis, different enabling technologies from particle size reduction to lipid formulations, amorphous solid dispersions by spray drying, melt extrusion, and kinetisol, as well as cyclodextrin inclusion complexes. If a more conventional formulation approach is appropriate for the molecule, we also have all the capabilities to produce solutions, suspensions, simple blends, tablets and capsules, either through direct fill and compression or through dry granulation or wet granulation, et cetera. And once again, we have all the GMP manufacturing capabilities to support the above, from toxicology supplies all the way through to phase 2 drug product. If speed to the clinic is the focus, we can enable the timelines with our first-in-human solutions that are aimed at accelerating an NCE's transition from bench to clinic. So in as little as 12 weeks, we can manufacture and release simple but effective first-in-human formulations, whether that be suspensions, liquid in a bottle, a simple API in a capsule or a bottle, or blends in a bottle or capsule. And the time savings are really driven by faster project onboarding. We've got a fast manufacturing group and flexible scheduling and really quick product release and turnaround. And I want to point out on the right of this slide, we show our fill to weight gravimetric filler from 3P Innovations. This piece of equipment is similar to an Exceladose, yet it's faster and more robust. And this piece of equipment is what enables Austin Pharmaceutics to provide API in a capsule or API in a bottle clinical supplies with really rapid turnaround. And now to the tool that no other company has is our Kinetisol technologies. I think everyone on the call understands that the development pipeline is absolutely stuffed with insoluble compounds that must be enabled with supersaturating delivery systems. And hence there's an ever-growing demand for amorphous solid dispersion formulations. And out of the necessity for better ASD formulation solutions, Kinetisol has recently emerged as a leading technology. It's a non-solvent heat-sparing fusion process that utilizes mechanical energy to dissolve crystalline drug substance into molten polymers. And it's this unique mechanism of formation of ASDs that's what makes Kinetisol a much broader solution. It encompasses a wider range of molecules. More molecules can be utilized in an ASD formulation, and we've got a much larger formulation design space. And that design space allows us to create really sophisticated amorphous solid dispersion formulations to solve drug-specific challenges. And in creating these sophisticated, ASD formulations, there's also the generation of the possibility for strong IP around the formulation itself that can potentially extend a product's lifespan. The development costs with Kinetisol are lower than when compared to other technologies because we are able to rapidly screen the formulation space, very quickly develop clinical prototypes, transition those into manufacturing for first-in-human phase 1, and then scale up to phase 3 commercialization is also much more streamlined than other technologies. And finally, it's a much greener solution, particularly with respect to spray drying, in that we eliminate the need for organic solvents. We've got an extensive development history with Kinetisol. Several dozen molecules have been supported from preclinical through phase 3 and all the way up to registration scale manufacturing. So while it's a novel technology, we have an extensive development history. With respect to our quality unit, we've got an exceptional quality unit. They're well experienced, stemming from our former years as a sponsor company. And they have extensive clinical and regulatory experience. Again, calling attention to the fact that we've filed several INDs as a company and conducted multiple clinical trials. So we've developed our quality group from this experience, and now we've optimized it for the CDMO space, providing QC, CGMP laboratory management, quality engineering, and a quality assurance groups that regularly conducts internal audits and provides general oversight. And this quality system has passed multiple large pharma audits for the production of clinical trial material. So there we go. And finally, to sum it all up, our company culture is focused on being fast and responsive for our clients and to meet their challenges and adapt to changing needs and shifting timelines. So you combine this speed and this flexibility with the state-of-the-art tools that we have, our depth of knowledge, capabilities, experience, and our capacity. And what Austin Pharmaceutics is a really unique and potent CDMO partner. Our focus is early phase oral dose form development. Like I said, a depth of expertise in bioavailability enhancement, but in formulations in general. We have innovative tools and state-of-the-art equipment. We've got a culture that eliminates the red tape so that we can be more responsive and fully integrate with our partners. And all of this combined, we're able to shave weeks off of typical development timelines, rapid project kickoff, rapid tech transfer into manufacturing, and very quick turnaround on product release. So with that, I will turn it over to my esteemed colleague, Dr. Justin Keene, and he's going to give you all a virtual tour of our GMP manufacturing facility.
Thank you, Dave. I'm Justin Keene, Senior Vice President of Operations here at Austin Pharmaceutics and Manufacturing. I'll be walking you through our GMP manufacturing space where we support clinical trial material production of oral solid dosage forms for phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials. Our manufacturing space is designed for flexible use and multi-product production simultaneously. Back on your left, around the corner, we have access to our controlled room temperature warehouse where we store all the raw materials we would need to make a batch. Those materials would go into our dedicated weighing and dispensing area for where we would dispense the materials for each batch. The equipment is brought in with the materials to any one of our multiple product manufacturing suites as needed, and the equipment is cleaned in the washroom you can see at the end of the hallway and stored in our clean storage area when not in use. When it's time to make a batch, we bring the raw materials and the equipment we needed into one of the production suites, which you can see there's 2 of them here set up for potent production. Each potent production room has an exit vestibule as well as an entry vestibule to control cross-contamination. Other contamination controls that are in play with these entry airlocks for each production suite are that we can put on secondary gowning and personal protective equipment prior to manufacturing a batch. Our GMP manufacturing capabilities are primarily centered around manufacturing tablets and capsules, but we have some other capabilities around liquid dosage forms and other small volume products as well. But primarily, we can start with API and a capsule. We can utilize more complex formulations that involve high shear granulation. We have a variety of hammer milling and co-milling to support those types of granulation processes as well. We can also do fluid bed granulation in our fluid bed dryer, which is also set up to be a worsted coater. In addition, we have a variety of tablet presses. You can see in the room here a setup for a simple staged production area to support a direct compression process, where we would blend a small amount of material in a D-shell blender or any of the other blenders we have capabilities for. And then one of our tablet presses, typically used to support phase 2 clinical trials. This is a main station rotary press from Porsche. In general, our batch sizes range from a few hundred dosage forms all the way up to 100,000 or so dosage forms, depending on the size of the tablet or capsule as well as the dose. Our batch size is usually driven by the blending capacity. We have blenders going down as little as 4 liters, all the way up to 300 liter blending capacity, which could do easily 100 kilogram batch size for a starting blend. Once tablets are produced, we also have the ability to coat, be it mini tablets in our fluid bed. We also have 2 pan coaters for coating traditional tablets. In addition to our manufacturing and dosage form capabilities, we do complete small clinical packaging operations, usually in induction sealed HDPE bottles with a single panel label for conducting stability studies. Once the batch has been manufactured in our GMP manufacturing facility, it goes to our QC laboratory for testing against an approved specification and set down in one of an array of our controlled environmental stability chambers to assess the stability of the product. All of our manufacturing operations, as well as all of our testing operations, are overseen by a dedicated quality assurance group who reviews all of the batch documentation before and after production, as well as all of the test specifications and methods used in the product release. Here at Austin Pharmaceutics and Manufacturing, depending on material lead times, clinical trial material manufacturing can start in as little as 4 weeks once the formulation has been identified by pharmaceutics. Thanks for joining me on the tour, and back to you, Dave, for a Q&A.
All right, thank you, Justin, for that tour, and happy to open up the floor for questions.
Well, Dave, nothing more valuable than demonstrating how you can overcome challenges in real-time live. So great job there.
Thanks to the technical team for stepping in.
You talked about your ability to accelerate the development process. What's your approach to formulation screening of new chemical entities?
Yeah, like I mentioned in the slides, we really started, we believe heavily in fully characterizing a molecule on the front end. So we put a lot of emphasis on molecular characterization, pre-formulation, excipient compatibility. In tandem with DMPK data that's provided by our clients or sometimes generated internally, and the target product profile, the projected human dose. We consider all of these factors and design a formulation screening approach that's tailored to the molecule and designed to deliver the right drug product to meet the needs of the program. And then from there, we have a full suite of formulation technologies that we're able to screen from conventional to enabled. And we go down that path following the data. We let the data decide where we go with the development process, and like I said, move in concert with our clients, interpreting the data, making the decisions, and proceeding along the lines of developing prototypes, testing those prototypes, and eventually transitioning those into manufacturing, where we do high quality manufacturing of drug product for clinical trials. So at a high level, that's how we approach with any NCE is full characterization. And of course, what's underpinning all of that development too is the analytical methods development. That's absolutely critical to success, is having a good set of methods to test the product by. So that's all happening in parallel as we develop the formulation as well.
We have a question from an audience member. Do you have experience with orally dissolving tablets?
Yes, we do actually. As I mentioned in the presentation, we have a history as a sponsor company ourselves. So we've developed multiple clinical assets, and 2 of those have been orally disintegrating tablets with other prototypes that were meant to be sublingual tablets. And we've done this with amorphous dispersions, which is fairly unique. We've taken an amorphous dispersion and developed it into an ODT and a sublingual tablet, but we've also a little more straightforward is taking a conventional sort of dry granulation, wet granulation approach for ODTs and sublinguals. So yeah, quite a bit of history there, not only in development, but in manufacturing. And we designed the clinical study as well for our own products. So and probably more importantly, the preclinical studies for ODTs and sublinguals. It's not easy to do pharmacokinetic assessments in animal models with an ODT, but we managed to do it, and it's a pretty rare experience, but valuable when it comes to developing a product for an orally disintegrating application like that.
Well, thank you, Dave. Dave Miller, Chief Scientific Officer at AustinPx Pharmaceutics and Manufacturing. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Perry. Thanks, everyone.